the better. Understanding children with neurodivergent conditions is crucial for providing the right support and creating environments where they can truly thrive. In this feature, we will delve into the complexities of two of these disorders, autism and ADHD, and explore the efforts being made to help Jamaican children flourish regardless of their unique realities.
Autism spectrum disorder, ASD, is a developmental disorder characterized by challenges in social interaction, communication, and repetitive behaviors. Children with autism may struggle with understanding social cues and forming relationships and may prefer to play alone. The systems vary and differ in each child, but among them, those on the spectrum might not make eye contact or respond to their names. ADHD, or Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, is a neurodevelopmental condition that affects a child's ability to focus, control impulses, and regulate activity levels. It is typically diagnosed in childhood and can persist into adulthood. Children with ADHD may struggle with sustaining attention, following instructions, or organizing tasks. They may seem forgetful or easily distracted.
The 2021 report by UNICEF showed that there are 16 million children between the ages of 10 and 19 in Latin America and the Caribbean who have mental disorders. In Jamaica, we are about 1 in 7. However, because our resources are so limited in terms of the state resources and so on, a lot of the children go unidentified. It is important that we identify our children early so that we can provide the necessary accommodations and interventions that they need to be successful.
Early intervention is essential if you've identified any of the symptoms linked to autism or ADHD. Fortunately, there are advocates like the Z Learning Center, which has been a steadfast supporter of the Ministry of Education, helping to ensure that every child receives the necessary support.
Once a parent comes in and we do an assessment, it is then sent to the Ministry of Education. So, for instance, a child who is in grade 4 who is assessed and is doing PEP, grades 4, 5, or 6. Once we do the assessment and the recommendation the child needs a shadow, or the child needs a scribe, or the child needs a reader, that is sent to the Ministry of Education, and they then provide the accommodations for the children.
Established in 2015, Z Learning Center provides full psychosocial assessments for children on the autism spectrum and those showing signs of ADHD.
We know that all children are capable of learning. They may learn differently, and they may learn not in the same way and the same day as a regular child. So we call children that we deal with predominantly neurodivergent children, as opposed to neurotypical children who are seen as a regular child.
Early intervention programs are very important to assess the needs of a child, and that includes both psychosocial and educational assessments. These assessments help identify children on the spectrum, those who may be dyslexic, have ADHD, or other developmental delays.
When a parent or a pediatrician recommends a child because they may see some developmental delays, such as the child may be nonverbal, the parent comes, and the first thing we do is a consultation. We ask what they're seeing or what the referral is from the pediatrician. We then take the parent through a rigorous interview, and we then send documents to the teachers who may have had interactions with the child, as well as we do direct observations as well of the child. The entire process can take up to 4 hours depending on the age of the child. We have been assessing children as young as 2 years and 6 months who present with profiles of being on the autism spectrum. So you can appreciate that a 2-year-old may be different from a 10-year-old in terms of the length of the assessment. So we do also have early intervention, which we start at 3-year-olds and we go all the way to 7-year-olds.
Creating an educational plan after assessment is crucial, with each plan tailored to the child's specific needs to ensure their developmental success.
We have been working with quite a few preschools who they have seen children who are on the spectrum, and so they send the children here for what we call early intervention. The early intervention lasts for a year, and then the children are reintegrated into preschool. So when they come to us, they are for the most part nonverbal. They don't respond to their names. They don't maintain eye contact, which are, red flags as to a child being on the spectrum. We work with them, and then they are reintegrated into their regular preschool. It is important that parents are involved, because the school alone cannot help the child to be successful, because we need parents to be able to carry out the same activities at home.
It's important to remember that while autism cannot be cured, children can learn to cope with the disorder and diagnosis. Similarly, intervention is available for the range of neurodivergent conditions children face. So the sooner you know, the better.
Parents, please don't be overwhelmed if you think your child is on the spectrum. It is not a death sentence. Autism is something that can be worked with. Your child can be just as successful. There are many celebrity, I would say, persons who are autistic, people who are also ADHD. Simone Biles, who is the most decorated gymnast in the United States, is ADHD. However, we need to have our children's best interest at heart, and so the earlier we diagnose and remediate, the better it is for our children.